What is good, my dear friends? Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you're all doing so well, but then also I really hope you guys are all ready to brew some tasty coffee. Today we're going to be going through my brewing process with the Aeropress, which I think is such a versatile and mobile brewer that I've taken to brew on plains, in the mountains, in all kinds of remote places where you don't need a lot to make a very tasty brew. So it's not only really mobile and versatile, but also you can get some pretty spectacular results. And we're gonna cover that all in this video. Let's get into this, folks. All right, I got my Aeropress brewer with a fun little leather sleeve on it that my buddy made for me. Go ahead and grab your small little filters, Aeropress filters. I got some fresh ground coffee here that I just grounded maybe like 15 minutes ago. Got a vessel. You need something to make the coffee in and eventually enjoy it out of. I have my water heating right over there. And to start with, we're starting at water at about 200 degrees. And if you don't have a kettle that has temperature control on it, that's totally fine. Go ahead and bring your water up to a boil and then just let it sit there for about 1 minute, maybe a minute and a half, and that'll bring it down naturally. The water will cool down to about the right temperature. And one last thing I forgot to mention, we're gonna be using a scale. This scale just allows us to be able to nail our brew every single time, because who doesn't like consistently good coffee? And one of the biggest things to that is being able to nail your ratios down. How much coffee are you putting in and how much water are you pouring over those coffee beans? And of course, this scale has a timer built in, but if you don't have a timer, it's also nice to be able to use either your watch or the app on your phone. So to start off with, we're gonna turn our brewer upside down. We're gonna use the inverted method. Go ahead and take the filter cap right off there. And I know some people like to put 2 paper filters in there. It kind of gives you more of a clean brew. I brewed it with 2, I brewed it with 1, and both taste pretty good. It's just a personal preference, and I recommend that you experiment with it. Brew with 2, brew with 1, and see what fits your preference better. We're gonna go ahead and rinse your paper filter to get any of the unnecessary papery taste out of our brew, which I don't know if I've ever met somebody who says, hey, I actually want some more papery taste in my brew. Now to begin with, go ahead and turn your scale on, get you a brewer ready, and we're gonna measure out that 15 grams of coffee. All right, let's get to brewing. We're gonna start by pouring 50 grams into your brewer and starting the timer simultaneously and letting that steep for about 30 seconds. Once you got to 50 grams, go ahead and take your stir stick and give it nice gentle swirls or stirs for about 10 seconds. You're gonna wait until 30 seconds, and then you're gonna begin pouring once again. And now you're gonna be pouring until 150 grams. So you're gonna add another 100 grams or 100 milliliters of water to your brew. Go ahead and take your stir stick once again. You're gonna stir for another 10 seconds. Alrighty, you should be at about 1 minute on your timer. Go ahead and put the lid on there. Push down just ever so slightly to get some excess air out. Now you're gonna wait until the 1 minute and 15 second mark, which is right about now. Go ahead and plunge for about 15 to 20 seconds. So you're gonna wait until the sizzling sound happens to stop plunging, and that's it. You've pretty much made your coffee right there. The brew time should be around 1 minute and 40 seconds to about 1 minute and 50 seconds until you have this concentrate. Now this concentrate, sure, you can probably smell it, enjoy it and taste it, but it's going to be a pretty strong and hefty cup of coffee. So at the end now, I'm going to be diluting my concentrate here, and I'm gonna be adding somewhere around 30 to 40 grams of water into my brew. So go ahead and tare your scale and add that remaining water. So this is the fun part, is that now you get to taste it, enjoy it, and see, hey, should I be adding less water or more water? Because how you dilute it will change a lot of how your coffee tastes and feels in your mouth, but also how strong or weak it is. If you want a weaker cup, you can just add more water. If you want a stronger cup, you can just add less water. And that's the beauty of using a scale, is that you can actually fine tune exactly what your coffee will end up tasting like in the end. That's a great brew. So now you can make a couple notes, whether that's in a notebook or making a mental note on the coffee that you're drinking, and ask yourself, are you enjoying it? If it's a little sour, you may want to fine up your grind size. Is it, a little too bitter? Well, you may want to coarsen up your grind size, or maybe you're not getting very much flavor out of it and it just tastes like a black coffee and you think that there's more to the coffee, then you can also coarsen up your grind size. If you enjoyed this video or if it was helpful, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, smash that like button. Maybe you have a recipe that you want to share with the world, or maybe you have some questions. That's what the comment section down below is for, and I love having conversations with you guys. Go ahead and leave that there. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This is actually pretty good, Wow.